My lords, we are receiving reports that something quite marvellous has been discovered in the system Orion Beta. Dr. Moria reports a find of a wonderful new relic that he has dubbed the Crystal of Odryskia. These reports are so fresh, in fact, that we do not as of yet even have an image of the device he has discovered. In any case, sit back, grab a coffee, and I shall tell you the story of how Dr. Moria discovered the relic. During routine survey of the Orion Beta system, our scans show that its asteroid belt is of an unusual variety. Instead of the standard mix of rocks, ice, and space rubble that usually make up such formations, it seemed to be the remains of a number of large artificial habitats. These must have been destroyed with incredible violence sometime in the last few millennia. Dr. Moria suspects untold secrets may be contained within the resulting debris field. However, it is so extensive that charting a safe course through the field may take considerable time and computing power. It appears that we were not the first to discover the debris field in the Orion Beta system. Dr. Moria has identified a small spacecraft, so small in fact that the researchers are dubbing it Space Cavern. The craft contains the remains of a single toxoid alien and a considerable number of data crystals. Judging by the rate of decay, Dr. Moria guesses that this alien expired only a few hundred years ago, a blink of the eye in galactic proportions. Dr. Moria and the team set about hacking into the hoard of data crystals found within the space cabin. It appears that they are in fact mission logs. The team have begun translation of the logs, but we already have access to snippets. They start in a relatively upbeat tone. This is the chance of a lifetime. The ruins of the fabled Odryskians are within reach. My new home isn't much, but it's good enough for me, and soon I'll be able to send enough credits home to pay for my daughter's treatment. It would seem this alien sadly lives in a world where one must pay for life-saving healthcare. Sour thought indeed. The logs begin to grow more somber. Wife and daughter dead. No one left to mourn for me. Salvage sold on the black market, barely enough to support living costs. Too late to turn back now. All told, it seems this alien spent over 5 decades searching the rubble belt in an apparently futile search for riches. The logs then seem to take quite an odd turn. The alien repeats it's not true multiple times and then asks, but what if it is true? It would seem that the logs become increasingly disturbing as the alien slips further and further into madness. Sadly, this also seems to have had a significant effect on Dr. Moria. The ship's doctor reports that the man has become increasingly paranoid, significantly slowing the research of the debris field, as he seems to expect attack at any moment. Eventually, Dr. Moria and his team finish translating the alien log crystals. It would seem that the last alien's log, which is thought that was recorded not long before the alien died, was given with a far greater level of lucidity than that of previous recordings. It reads, "I have finally found what I am looking for. Many would consider me mad for continuing the search for this long. I think probably that they are right. I am old now, dying even, and my kin are long since dust. There is no point in selling the artifact, but perhaps now I can find peace." It is here that the logs end. However, they carry within them a pinpointed location within the debris field, for this seems to be where the alien concealed the treasure he speaks of. Dr. Moria and his team carefully travelled to the destination and discovered an astonishingly large gemstone of seemingly immeasurable value. Moria has dubbed the gemstone the Crystal of the Odryskia. The crystal, while clearly incredibly valuable alone, has some quite interesting properties. When in proximity to other rare crystals, similar to those that we use for energy weapon manufacturing, it causes them to grow, allowing roughly 15% increased yields on production. It also has a bizarre property allowing us to charge the crystal, which given the appropriate time will release a not insignificant energy burst, improving our energy output. This, however, in early experiments has seemed to have quite the effect on the science teams working on it. They are to a man slowly becoming more maniacal. In any case, I expect that this gemstone will further boost our empire's economy. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed the story. If you want to hear another one, click the video on screen now.